Landlords are making costly mistakes with rental platforms. Turbotenant, Avail, Rentredi, and Zillow, one of these choices gives you smooth rent collection and powerful tools suited to you, while the others will leave you dealing with fees and frustrations. Don't pick wrong, let's break down the real differences and find out which one is best for you. And to find those real differences, I didn't just jump into the features of these property management tools right away because I wanted to know what other people were experiencing and what they thought of it. I went straight to the user feedback and the reviews, the landlords and the tenants actually using these platforms every single day. Because flashy websites can make any tool look good, but the real story often shows up in the reviews. And with Turbotenant, I found a user who was just frustrated by the constant ads. Now, that's frustrating. Nobody enjoys being bombarded by pop-ups. But again, when I looked at the bigger picture here, Turbotenant still holds a 4.6 out of 5-star rating overall. A score that high doesn't come from a platform that consistently over-annoys its users, and most premium plans on these kinds of platforms typically remove ads anyway. And when you look at the rest of the reviews, a completely different story emerges. One landlord explained that Turbotenant makes both him and his tenants happy, especially with reporting rent payments to build their credit. He loved the easy interface, and posting listings was quick, pulling tenants from all the major sites automatically. Another user, a first-time landlord, called it the perfect solution for landlords, highlighting how it streamlines money transactions and is incredibly easy to navigate. Now, when I dug into Rentredi reviews, I found a concerning one from a tenant who said that he filled out an application only to later discover that the landlord's account had been flagged as high risk and his personal info had been exposed. That is a serious concern. But again, Rentredi actually had a team reply to that, and they explained that they removed the landlord immediately and their access to his personal information. And that highlights their diligence in combating fraud. So without a doubt, like if that happened to me, this would be a really nightmare scenario. And it does highlight the risk with any platform that connects you to third parties that you can't really know are, trustworthy. But at least they were on that. However, Rentredi also has a 4.5-star rating, which suggests that this is not a common occurrence, and when it does happen, they deal with it. They've also implemented Stripe identity verification for landlords now to add another serious layer of security up front, which many property management platforms don't even do. And many landlords did praise it for giving them everything they needed in one place, from collecting rent to managing leases. One landlord said that he couldn't believe how affordable it was and praised customer service for being exceptional. Real people checking in to ensure the account setup was smooth. So that doesn't sound like a platform that constantly leaves users hanging. Alright, but when we looked at Avail, the tone changes a bit, and the reviews here I think are really concerning. Their overall rating is lower, and one reviewer called out what they see as a bait and switch, saying that tenant screening looked free at first, but then it turned into this $55 charge after inputting all of their info. So that's exactly the kind of hidden cost that turns people off. While Avail does offer a la carte services, this perception can be a real turnoff. It makes the transparency of platforms like Turbotenant with its really clear free tier and upfront premium features, or Rentredi's straightforward screening fee, a significant advantage when they're more upfront and transparent about it. Then there's Zillow. So this user reported a serious issue: scammers using a realtor's stolen identity on the platform, and Zillow having not properly vetted them. They warned people to be careful with their private data here. So as a landlord, your reputation is basically everything, and being on a platform that could potentially expose you or your tenants to fraud is a massive red flag to look out for. While Zillow's massive marketplace is a huge draw for visibility, this review underscores a potential weakness in their vetting process compared to the more controlled, landlord-centric environments of Turbotenant and RentRedi. But beyond the reviews and everything, I actually just wanted to see which features make your life easier, and I wanted to test them myself. Like, for me, it's not about a long list of bells and whistles and, like, even other people's experiences, because, it's testing it myself that really narrows it down. It's about what saves me time and makes me money, right? Let's start with Turbotenant. This platform is designed as this true all-in-one hub. From finding tenants you trust to collecting rent and managing maintenance, it's pretty much all there. I added my first property in minutes. The process is incredibly straightforward. It guides you through every detail, and once your property is in, you can market it on dozens of rental sites with just a single click, so no more manual posting everywhere. And that alone saves hours. Their lease guide is also really fantastic. You just create a lease profile, add tenants, include all the rental details, and send it out for e-signatures. I use the paid version specifically for unlimited e-sign documents. It's incredibly useful for managing multiple leases. Now, rent payments are secure and reliable, but the standout feature for me is tenant screening that actually helps your tenants by reporting payments to build their credit. It incentivizes on-time payments and builds a positive relationship. Maintenance management is where it gets smart. You can coordinate repairs yourself or use their partnership with Thumbtack to find local pros. If you want to be completely hands-off, their Maintenance Plus feature with Lula automates the entire workflow from the tenant's request to the finished job. I also love the Documents tab. Keeping track of leases, invoice, and reports for each property is essential, and it's also really important to do, but this is easy now. Like, everything is just securely stored in one place. And a new feature that I've been using is access management. I can invite an assistant to help me manage my account, delegating tasks without sharing my login. It's a seamless collaboration for when I need help. Now, compare this to RentRedi. RentRedi also packs a powerful punch, but with a stronger focus on mobility and security. They've gone the extra mile with data security, using Plaid to secure their bank connections, the same company used by Venmo and Chime. They've also added Stripe Identity to verify landlord identities before they can even set up payment accounts. This proactive approach to security is really impressive and directly addresses the kind of fraud concerns that we saw in the reviews, right? Their tenant app is also really robust. Tenants can sign leases right from their phones with a signature and a photo ID verification. And for payments, they offer incredible flexibility. Tenants can even pay cash at over 90,000 retail locations through a partnership with Chime. The ability to bundle payments of like rent and utilities and then set up autopay is also a huge convenience that tenants really love. Where Avail and Zillow focus heavily on their listing networks, Turbotenant and RentRedi provide a more holistic management tool. Avail's strength is in its lease builder and educational resources for independent landlords, but some key features feel like they're locked behind paywalls. Zillow's undeniable power is in its massive audience for listings, but its property management tools feel more like an add-on to their marketplace rather than a dedicated, secure system built from the ground up for landlords. For day-to-day management, that dedicated focus from Turbotenant and RentRedi really makes a world of difference, I think, and it's really useful. Now, is Turbotenant or RentRedi perfect? No, of course not. Like, no platform is. Some might find Turbotenant's free plan has limitations, like those ads mentioned in the reviews, but again, that's what the paid upgrade fixes. RentRedi is mobile first, which is actually a benefit for managing properties on the go, but again, it might not be as detailed as you like for PC. The setup time is also minor compared to the hours saved each week. And speaking of cost, too, both Turbotenant and RentRedi are transparent and competitively priced for the immense value they provide, especially compared to piecing together separate services. Check the links in the description below for their most current plans, details on any fees, and the best available discounts. We keep them updated so that you can make the best decision for your business. So, in the showdown of Turbotenant versus Avail versus RentRedi versus Zillow, it's clear that the best choice depends on what you value most. Like, for me, the seamless flow from listing to leasing to payments in one place makes Turbotenant the ultimate winner for scaling your rental business efficiently, but for you, it might be different. So check out extra details and go look at the links in the description to get started with Turbotenant or RentRedi and see what special offers they have available right now.